What's up, y'all? This is Steven, aka the.wiz.1, and it's Sunday night, Sunday open. Our first trade of the week. We're in MES. We opened up a trade right up here, and we stayed in it for about an hour and a half, and we exited right here because we're going to bed. So very tiny profit, $2.45. A little bit tired, gonna go to bed. Was gonna stay up and just try to see if we could fill some of this opening gap, which you can see right here. With Sunday open, we gapped up quite a bit, and basically if we go through the London session tonight, obviously I'll be in bed. We have a 64% chance of filling this gap up, and this is to 40% gap fill, or excuse me, 35%. So if we make it back down here, we fill 35% of the gap, and that happens on Mondays 64% of the time. So when I wake up, I may see price all the way down here rather than all the way back up here. So let's just do a little bit of a recap of what we did and why we got in this trade. And obviously we're not in it now. I thought price would move a little bit faster, but let's start with our 1 day bias. So our daily bias, these other executions were from last week, by the way, is price continues to move up. Price continues to make higher highs on the daily, and we started higher again, gapping up at the open, moving down to the 5 minute. So long-term bias is bullish for the day tomorrow. Even short-term, I anticipate some type of pullback as we made another all-time high with the open. As we have the candle opened here, probably went down, ripped back up, established the first 5 minute candle, then we worked our way to establish the bottom of the initial balance range, which is 1 hour initial balance. We slowly came back up, cleaned most of the highs except for the initial balance high, then retraced back down to test some support, some more buying demand. We ripped back up over this session VWAP that started at the beginning of the overnight session, and we bounce off it again, continue to test it before leaving it. Now we've hit it a lot. That means, in my opinion, we're due to rip down to the other side, at least to take maybe this low, maybe the initial balance low, and maybe fill all the way down to this zone where we fill about 35% of the overnight gap. So one more thing that we did that I don't see here right now, I'm not sure what happened to it, but from the swing here, we created a custom VWAP. I'm not sure where it went, so we'll just make another one, and we'll apply our style to it. So we basically handed it off when we swung high to here. Now, there's another way you could do this. You could anchor it to the high. They're pretty similar. Notice we made this swing high, came back down, tested this handed off anchored VWAP from a swing high, bounced off it again, and it's pretty much respecting this new VWAP. So current trends continue. We may come back to test the other and then range between the two for a while. And then once London session opens, either we're going to make a move back up to the top of the range, or we're going to make our way back down to fill some of this gap. It's a 2/3 chance we're going to get back down to here. So that's what I'm expecting, price to make it back down here. So that's the review for the day. We'll take just a quick look at Bookmap since we're using it quite a bit. You can see on Bookmap sometimes it's a little glitchy with the mouse wheel scrolls. So we can see that we bounced off this intermediate wall, never making it up to the 64.55, and then slowly creeping back down. We bounced off that limit order block wall after taking this high, and from the volume profile we're working our way back down to this session VWAP. In this case it's the green line, which is also the point of control area for the volume profile. The order book looks pretty thin. We have a lot, 290 orders sitting up at 64.55, and we have over 100 orders sitting down at 64.45. So I anticipate maybe price coming all the way back down to this buy wall down here at about 64.32. Coming back to Quan Tower one last time. This is 64.40. 64.32 is approximately the gap fill. 64.30, what's that, 64.28? Yeah, 64.28 is the gap fill. So 64.32 is going to be right here, which may happen as well. We may come back here, test this support before moving back up to possibly make new highs. So that's kind of what we're looking at. But long term, I have a bullish bias. Short term, I'm looking for bearish price action, maybe even returning to this longer term VWAP, which is starting to flatten out, and I think this is going to be a support. So we may even make it down to 64.18. Until next time and next trade, signing out. Please like, subscribe, and make some comments if you have any questions, or if you're on a similar journey where you're trying to pass a challenge. We're up $2.50 on the day. It's time for bed though. Good night.